At the high level, I want to kind of just touch on what an internal link is definitionally, because I think there's sometimes there becomes a little bit of confusion when we talk about subdomains and actual root domains, because you've got some sites that contain multiple subdomains, and this question as to whether those would be internal links. And I guess I would just kind of define that as internal link is essentially a link between any part of a domain that you have control over. So in this case, if you have like WordPress, right, where there's many subdomains that are controlled by different people, those internal links on those subdomains would not be an internal link, because there's essentially different sites controlled by different people. Whereas if you have a domain with a blog.domain.com and maybe a solutions.domain.com, those would be considered internal links because you have control over the entire website and all of the subdomains yourself. And I like to think of internal links as wires, and backlinks essentially supply the power to your website. Internal links distribute that power throughout your website. So if you think about your site as a house, basically, and you've got all these rooms in the house, those are like all the pages on your website. And the backlinks, then when you connect a link to a page on your site, suddenly that page gets power, but none of the other pages yet do. So then adding internal links throughout the entire website will sort of distribute all of that backlink authority throughout your entire website. And then you've got power everywhere.
So we've talked a little bit about how the power can be spread through our website with these internal links, but it's really important to understand the full scope of why internal links matter on our site, because they not only provide a technical SEO value, but they also provide a lot of value to our users. So when a user lands on your site, they want to learn more about your products and services and who you are as a brand. They're going to use your internal links on your site to help them navigate, discover, take action, and build trust with your brand. And they're going to do this through a few different ways. So the first one is navigation. They're going to be able to move through your site and find the different sections that they want to look for as they're moving maybe from your homepage to your blog or your products. These links are also going to allow users to research a little bit more into a specific topic. So if they're reading a blog post and you introduce a new concept to them, they may be able to use your internal linking strategy to learn more about the topic because you provided them some additional research. They're also going to be able to discover new content or products that they might have not otherwise been looking for. I mean, think about how many times you've been shopping and you're looking at one product and there's a list of related products underneath, and you click on one of those new products and you're adding it to your cart and you didn't even know you were looking for it. So that leads us to our next item here, is that internal links help users take action. So by placing your link strategically throughout your content and your website, you're able to prompt users to take action when it makes sense for them. So think about in your content, you're able to provide, additional research content or higher up in the funnel content for your users to explore, move them through the funnel, and then at the right moment, prompt them to take action with an interlink. It also helps users understand what they're clicking on. So if you're structuring your internal links throughout your site properly, your users won't be surprised as to what they're clicking on as they navigate through your site. And finally, it helps build trust. So you're able to show your users that your depth of knowledge on a topic covers everything that they're looking to understand, and that they can trust your insight and therefore your products and any other services that you might be offering, because you know what you're talking about.
And in addition to helping users, internal links are an incredible tool for SEO. They bring a lot of efficiency, help search engines discover, understand, and prioritize your content. For prioritization, pages that have the most internal links are generally seen as being more important for your website, for your users. So Google uses the number of internal links to understand how frequently they might need to crawl your website, and maybe even if there's a number of pages that are similar, how to rank one over the other. They're an incredible discovery tool as well. Sometimes when you publish a new piece of content, a new blog post, a new page, if you don't link to that, it'll be an orphan page and Google will never know about it. So internal links help with search engines' ability to find your content more effectively, quicker, more efficiently. They also enable search engines to draw more context about the page that you're linking to. So a link in a piece of content that's surrounded by copy has a lot of context that passes through both the anchor text and the surrounding sentence and the surrounding paragraph and the surrounding section, all passes through to the new page so that Google can kind of understand a little bit more about what that page is, what the intent of it is. Helps search engines understand relationships and structure as well. So if you have a lot of different pages in a topic cluster, let's say, and you've got one pillar page and you have many sub pages, subtopics called cluster pages. That helps Google understand the structure of all of that content. What is the broader page and what are the subtopics within it? Or similarly with category pages and product pages, which one is the higher level encompassing page and which ones are related to it and how are they related? And then they also help amplify expertise on your website by showing search engines all of the related pieces of content that you have. How deep do you go on any particular subject? And this is really important, obviously, if you're familiar with expertise, authority, and trust, or EAT, which is the next piece of the puzzle, which this is all about taking, like if we remember back to the house illustration, taking the authority and the trust that you've earned from backlinks and funneling it through to the related pieces of content. So even if you have pieces of content that don't have direct links themselves, they can inherit some of that value from others.
Now, if you liked this ClearScope webinar snippet, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more great tips and strategies from the industry's best SEOs and content marketers. Make sure to check out the ClearScope YouTube channel for more great content.